Hi, guys. All right, I'm just pulling up the Q&A box. This way, for those of you joining live tonight, actually, let's open the chat. I'm opening up the chat right now for you. So you guys are able to chat away if you need to. All right. Guess I should start at the start, huh? Right? Let's start at the start. I am Jacqui Duran, independent Scentsy consultant. Every week, if you aren't subscribing yet, hopefully you will, to my YouTube channel, because every single week I am chatting about Scentsy. And I do this in the Google Hangout Live forum format because this is my way to dedicate at least one night a week to obviously my immediate downline and my immediate team, but also gives me a really great way to be able to network with all of you out there if you are a fellow consultant. I love you all to pieces, and you guys inspire me on a daily basis, and so I am trying to, as Orville and Heidi say, give more than you take. So I try and put my inspiration out there for others as well, and share my tips and tricks and things that tend to work for me, or maybe things that I'm going to try and see if they will work for me. And a direct selling business like we are with Scentsy, sometimes you got to think out of the box. Sometimes you have to hit the reboot button and you got to start again. Look at things from a different perspective, a different viewpoint. And again, if you've been following me at all here in 2015, and I started these weekly Google chats, my whole 2015 is based around my personal relaunch of my Scentsy business. So this was just one part of that key component to the whole ship that has taken off in 2015, and working my Scentsy business as a business and no longer as a hobby. So like I said, sometimes, we update all of our devices. Like, for instance, today my iPhone just updated to the new iOS 8. So I'm still getting weird, odd notifications of new tips, and it's making different noises than usual. But it's updating because it has to update to keep up with the times. So the same thing has to happen with us in our Scentsy business. If you guys follow me, then you on Facebook today, then you probably know that I've been a little giddy because I've been looking forward to tonight, because tonight is the infamous craft night. I have been waiting to do craft night for a long time. We've done little bits and pieces here and there, right? We have done samples, we've done bagging up orders, how to make them look pretty and amazing. What else did we do? We've done a couple other little like crafty projects along the way. But I'm kind of I have a craft addiction. Okay, I do. And it's okay. I'm okay with it. I like it because I've been a crafter for many, 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 many years. I started crafting, doing scrapbooks when my oldest was a baby, and she's going to be 18 in August. So if that tells you anything about how long I've had crafting in my heart, it's been a little while. So it was a natural progression for me to, when I started Scentsy and really got into Scentsy, to start bringing aspects of other passions in my life, such as crafting, into my Scentsy business. And I have a blast doing it. Honestly, I do. I love crafting and I love Scentsy, so it's like bringing two of my favorite things together into one piece. So tonight is craft night. So we're gonna do some short, easy crafts. Okay, they're inexpensive. And when I say inexpensive, I'm not talking like cheap, okay? Because I was trying to like figure out like the best way to word this, and I have no idea how to word it. Because I don't like the word cheap, because my business isn't cheap. I don't treat it cheaply. But I guess I'm budget friendly with my business, right? I look for crafts that aren't going to break the bank for me to do them. I can replicate them easily and inexpensively and still have a little bit of an impact with them. So use whatever word you want. I don't like the word cheap, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use budget friendly. I'm going to go budget friendly crafting with my Scentsy business, okay? Okay. All right. So tonight, due to time constraints and due to the fact that, well, you're not here with me in my house, I was trying to think of like the best crafts that I could do tonight that I could literally show you via Google, and that were easy enough to duplicate and easy on the budget as well for your Scentsy business, because I want to say to all of you out there, I hope that you're not overspending in your Scentsy business. Don't overspend in your Scentsy business. You're here to make money, guys. This is a business. So if you're going to spend money on things that are going to make you money, right? Little tip and trick that I learned along the way and that I had to implement myself. So, you know, it's very easy to get carried away in the Scentsy family store. It's very easy to get carried away in the craft store. So I will look for those crafting coupons, right? The coupons that you get if you join their mailing list or their emails, or if you've got the apps like Retail Me Not, those kind of apps, you can get coupons and get a lot of your crafting supplies for 50% off. So use those coupons, save them up, go once a week, use one coupon a week, and get one new item a week. And again, do it on your budget and do it reasonably and cost effectively. So I picked out 4 little things to do this week. So the first thing we're going to do is table stands. Second one we're going to do is sample boxes. The third one we're going to do is marketing magnets. And the last one, we're going to do the gift bags. Many of you have asked me about them. I've had it on my craft blog for maybe 2 years now. I don't know. I'd have to look back at the post to see when I originally posted that. When I did the gift bags, that was before I started really doing a whole lot of YouTube videos. And so I did step by step on my craft blog, and I'll post the link if you guys are interested. Some people are more visual and they want the step by step. So that works for them. Other people want like an in-your-face demonstration, which is what we're going to do tonight. So it's the gift bags, the marketing magnets, and the table stands. Those are 3 things that I've been meaning to do videos on for a while and haven't. So again, perfect opportunity to throw them all together into one night and one video, and hopefully you guys are set and it makes you happy like it does me. All right, so we'll put this little guy away, and I put here on the bottom a hashtag, and it said, is it backwards to you? I hope it's not backwards to you. It looks backwards in my webcam. The hashtag says Google Craft Night. And I put that on the bottom there. And again, I'll post that on this video too, because I am dying. I mean, part of the reason that I do these Google Hangouts is so we can interact and network and have fun and meet each other and really get to know each other and grow our businesses together. But I want to challenge you guys to try at least one of the 4 things that we're going to do tonight. And I would love to see your pictures of it. So you can follow me on Instagram. I am at Duran, like Duran, Duran, 1313. It's my Instagram. You can Instagram me. You can put it here on YouTube. You can Twitter it. I don't care what you do with it. But try one of these things. And it doesn't have to be today, tomorrow, even the next week. Whenever you do it, use the hashtag Google Craft Night. And that way we can all click the hashtag whatever platform we're using and be able to see each other's crafts. So I thought that was a fun way, again, to share our successes and share our stories and really enjoy crafting and our Scentsy business. So even if you're not a big crafter, hopefully some of these things will be like, oh, that's easy. I can totally do that. So that's my goal. Anyway, all right. Let's jump in. All right, so I've got my little menu right there so I don't veer off too drastically. You guys know I originally try and do these weekly videos within 30 minutes. I always run over. So I'm just going to warn you now. I put it up for 45 minutes. I'm hoping it doesn't go past that. I'm really going to try and stick to 45 minutes tonight. So I might go kind of quick. If I do, if you're live, shout it out in the chat box there, and I'll slow down. I'll repeat if you need me to. Otherwise, if you are watching replay on YouTube, you guys can leave a comment, a message, or whatever if you've got questions, and I answer those. So whichever works for you best. Caffeine helps crafting. I'm just saying. Okay. Gosh, my phone's doing weird things with this iOS upgrade. Okay, table stands. Table stands. Do you see I get excited? I'm sorry. I need to slow my roll. Okay. The table stands for me, I'm always looking for fun and interesting ways to decorate my table, whether I'm doing a home party or whether I'm doing an event, right? I'm always looking for fun things like my little chalkboard easel guy here, right? He's a chalkboard on the front. He's a dry erase on the back. I'm in this chalkboard phase, so I use the chalkboard more than I do the dry erase. But it's an awesome thing. I picked it up at my local craft store. You can find tons of chalkboardy things nowadays. You can even do your own chalk paint on basically like any surface. You can buy the chalk paint. Before, us good old crafters, we used to have to like mix it and make it ourselves. Now they just sell it in little cans. It's awesome. Anyway, so I'm always looking for little ways that I can dress up my tables. And I was always, well, let me just show you. If you guys in the Scentsy family store, and I apologize for my webcam like totally glaring because it has like this light on it and whatever. In the family store, you can get these category cards, and they're scents, right? So it like shows the scent categories. So there's Scentsy Man, there's spring and summer, there's romance, there's spa, spring. This is like my whole stack of the ones that I just have in my collection, right? Normally, whenever I'm doing a home show or an event, I will put my testers, I will sort them into little baskets. Multiple ways to do it, but that's just how I normally do mine. And then I will take my little cards. This one says scent of the month. You probably can't see it in my lovely webcam, but it says scent of the month on it. And yes, on the back, they have little unfoldable things so they'll stand up, right? But the wind blows or the table gets bumped or what have you, and they always fall over. So I was trying to figure out different ways of like, how can I do this better, right? How can I make these things stand up the way I want them to stand up? So I played around one day and I made this little table stand. I was trying to look for something flat I could put this on. Let's just use this box right here. Okay. So here's my table. Here's my table stand. Show that to you. See how it says into the month. Recognize this guy? It's a binder clip, people. It's a binder clip. You can get them by the box, probably by the truckload. You can get them on all kinds of sizes. You can get the jumbos. These are like the medium size. I have tons of these things, right? I actually got the idea because one day I was at work and I needed something to stand up and I didn't have like one of those paper holder things. So I took a binder clip and fashioned one up. And so I thought, well, wow, I can totally do that with my little scent cards, right? My category cards. And it, honestly, it's a binder clip. Seriously, anybody can do this. Okay, so very quickly and easily, I obviously use my Scentsy washi tape. it is now available in the Scentsy family store. You can get a 5-pack roll for, I think it was $9. I'll be buying that by the case. But you could use any kind of washi tape. It doesn't matter. I had purple. I ran out of my purple, so I mean, it's another obsession. So what I do is I just take the Scentsy washi tape and I make sure the Scentsy name is right out in front. And all you do is, sorry, I'm trying to do this so you can somewhat see. Some parts of this night are going to be tricky. Okay, there we go. Look, I did it right in the middle. Okay, so now it says Scentsy right in the middle, right? But you're like, oh, she's got all that extra washi tape on the sides. Whatever should she do? Well, I'm just going to rip off some of the excess on either side. And then here comes the ingenious trick. Watch closely. All I'm going to do is use the binder clip how it was magically intended to be used. And I'm going to open it and then just take my tape and fold it in on the side. Okay. Okay. And there you go. Now, obviously, you can do it on both sides. You could do the other side with an opposite color of washi tape. Really mix it up and get crazy and wild like all of the kids. But here's the finished one, right? So it's got Scentsy on the front, Scentsy on the back, so it doesn't matter which way it's turned. It says Scentsy. Now, if for some reason I never wanted to use this binder clip for Scentsy anymore, the magic of washi tape, it goes away. You can pull washi tape off. It is repositionable. It will not stick that closely. So you're good to go. Bam! Table stand's done. You can totally do this. All right, next up, sample boxes. Sample boxes. I get excited. Sorry. I know. I'm a weird freak person. Okay. You guys learn a lot about me and my obsessions in these videos. Why do I feel like it's a confessional when I'm here? Okay. My name is Jacqui. It has been 3 days since my last trip to Target's Dollar Spot. Gosh, I feel better now that I've gotten that off my chest. Okay, the Dollar Spot at Target. If you guys shop at Target at all, there is a Dollar Spot at the Target. Squeal, squeal, squeal. You can get all kinds of amazing stuff there. The newest craze that they had were these little hanging chalkboard signs. Again, there's my obsession with chalkboard right now. They had those. I get tons of, my thank you cards. My thank you cards, because I do a handwritten thank you card in every single order that I do. And packs of thank you cards for $1, right? It's a Dollar Spot. Everything there is $1. Some things are $3. But the magic of the Dollar Spot. And so they had the cutest little favor boxes. Sorry, that's glaring. You can't see it. You get 3 of them for $1. And let me just tell you, from a seasoned, addicted Target's Dollar Spot shopper, if your Target does not have a particular item, don't worry, check back. They restock their items. They shuffle around inventory all the time. So if it's not there one time, just still always look whenever you go in Target, something will come back. And they look like these little Chinese food containers. I know. OMG. I think I might have squealed in the aisle when I saw these. Very possible. So not only are they cute as a button, but they're chalkboardable. Obsession much. They're chalkboardable, so you could literally write on them with your chalk markers. Again, you can get those at the craft store. They come in all different colors. I use white for a lot of my stuff. So one of the things that I thought would be a really fun thing, again, this could be used in a variety of different ways. So this could be host gift. You could think of little things to put in here for a host gift. You could do like a handful of different samples of different scents or something. You could pass it around, and it could actually, inside each box, you could put like little pieces of paper that you folded up, and they can draw numbers out of it. Whatever you're doing for your parties, it can work in a whole bunch of different ways. But a really fun thing that I thought would be make little sample boxes. And on the top here, you'll see I have taken, it's a little clothespin, and it has a little chalkboard front to it there. So it'll clothespin onto anything. I actually think that was another dollar store or dollar spot buy. But anyway, you don't have to do that because I just have them, so I did them. And it says "Try Me" on the front. And then what I did is washi tape on the other side, because it's chalkboardable. I wrote "Scent of the Month." And what I'm doing is actually putting these on my desk. And inside are samples of the scent of the month. So that way, I mean, it's more presentation than it is anything. But again, you could use these as prizes, giveaway boxes, anything like that. They're really, really cute and inexpensive, like I said, because you get 3 for $1. If they would have had more, I would have bought more. But the next time I go to Target, again, I will continue to keep on looking. But until then, I will use the ones that I have. But they just simply are just like the cutest thing ever. But they don't have to be these boxes. You guys can find any little boxes at any local dollar store. They always have little gift boxes and things like that. Use up your craft supplies that you have. So if you've got the washi tape, put the washi tape on the front. It can be really fun and easy. If it's black like this, you can use the chalkboard marker. If it's not, and you get the boxes inexpensive, I mean, you could probably even buy them in bulk, maybe on Amazon or like at your local party supply store even, and maybe even get them really cheap. I don't know, more coupons, who knows. And you could paint them with some chalkboard paint. You could use your chalkboard marker. You could do whatever. It doesn't even have to be black. It could be whatever color you want. And then put a sticker or a label on the front of whatever. So again, a little fun idea to try to look cute in some shape or form, right? There you go. Okay. Moving on. I'm trying to stick to my time. Okay. Next up, we have the marketing magnets. You guys are totally going to think I have issues. Well, more than what you probably already think. Hi, my name is Jacqui. I am a Scentsy addict. It has been 4 hours since I last changed my wax. I have a problem. It's a really good problem to have. But this is where my empty containers live until I'm ready for them. So whenever I warm wax and I empty a container, it goes into this nice, big, lovely Scentsy bag. So that's where it lives. And what I do, I think this was last summer. Again, it's on the blog. This is another one that's on my craft blog. So again, it's blocked out step by step, so you can see the step-by-step directions if you're a visual person. Or after watching this video, you're like, wait a minute, slow down, hold on, I think I missed something. I want to look at that again. I will post the link to that blog down there so you guys can look at those if you'd like. So what I do is when I've blocked out some time for crafting, I will just make a bunch of these all at once, right? So that way I have them and they're ready to go. This is not one of those crafts where you're like, oh, here, I have an order going out. Let me make one real quick. I don't think it's one of those crafts. This is one that if you've got like 2 hours to get like some crafting done or some free time, you would sit and do these. And like I said, you would make like a bunch of. So this is what I have left over from the last bunch that I did. And I don't know, there's 2 dozen in there. So I guess, I don't know, however many are in here. And basically what they are, because I kept, you know, again, I warm a lot of Scentsy. So I have all these empty bars. And I was like, oh, I mean, I felt bad. I was like, I just throw these things away. There has to be something I could be doing with these. And I've seen the wreaths on Pinterest and things like that. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll make a wreath. I've said that for 3 years now. I have not yet made a wreath. So again, these things just kept piling up. And I didn't know what to do with them. And of course, my husband's like, hello, you got like a whole closet full of these things. What the heck? So I was sitting there one day and I had seen people making the little bubble magnets or the flower magnets. I got some flowers on my wall, but I'm not going to take one down. So where you take like the artificial flowers and in the middle of it where the flower bud, or I don't know, what do you call the middle of a flower? I don't know, the bud? I don't know what that is. The technical name, I don't know. But they will then take like a little glass round magnet looking thing and put a really pretty sticker, run it through their printer with their name and phone number on it, and then glue a magnet to the back of the flower, and then it was like a magnet on the fridge, right? And I was like, oh, that's such a cute idea. And I tried them, and I'm a crafter. I craft, right? I've been doing it for a lot of years. I feel like I'm kind of an experienced crafter. I couldn't get them to work right. I just couldn't. For one, I couldn't get the labels to line up right. It was driving me insane. I wanted to throw the printer across the room by the time I was done with the project. So I couldn't get that to work. And then I thought, screw it. I'll just run it through regular paper and I'll cut the darn things out with my circle punch, right? So I started doing that. I couldn't get them to Mod Podge right to the back of the clear little bubble thing. The whole project just went down the tube. But I wanted magnets. I wanted to be able to do something fun, and I didn't want to spend the money with like Vistaprint or somewhere to have these business card magnets made. That was too expensive. I didn't want to go through all that. It was just like, no, what am I going to do? But I sat there one day, and for some reason, my daughter was running around with my youngest, not my oldest. That would be a funnier story. My youngest was running around with one of the empty boxes. And as she was running around, she was messing with it. She was putting little different stuff in it or whatever. And the next thing I know, she comes running into the kitchen and she was like, oh, Mommy, I'm so sorry. And she had broken it. Like I think it was probably already cracked, but she had broken it. And so it was just the front piece of the clamshell. And I was like, I can use that. So thus the idea was born. It's fairly easy, right? Magnet on the back, sticks to the fridge. I put my labels down on the front of them, if you can see with my silly webcam. The labels just go right on front. And look there, now it's working. And then that way, again, it's not only a visual reminder of Scentsy, but it also, of course, has my contact information right there on the front. And what did it cost me? It cost me a little bit of hot glue, and it cost me a magnet. Now, so what I do, I figured I'd do one for you guys. Since it's craft night and being in the spirit of it, let's just do one. I've got my glue gun over here warming up. So let's get her ready. Come on, Blue. We're going to play. All right. All you need is an empty container, a pair of scissors, and you do want to watch the bottoms because you just want to make sure you don't have those sharp plastic edges, right? Because what I do with mine is those little guys, whenever I send an order out, one gets put into the order. So it's a business card going with every order. But I don't want anybody to get, you know, stuck on the edge, right? All right. Now I'm looking for ideas for the bottoms. Still haven't figured out one yet. I mean, you can use them like my daughter when she does do painting with like real paint, not watercolors. I do use them for that. But she doesn't do a whole lot of painting unless it's watercolor. So I just haven't found a cool or fun enough project yet to do with the bottoms. But don't worry, I'm still working on it. Go to your lovely craft store, whichever one you prefer, whichever one you have the coupon for. And you're just going to go and you're going to buy magnets. You can get a big package of them. So see, this is what I've got left in mine. I just buy flexible magnets. There's 50 in a pack. Again, I did look and price them on Amazon. So if you've got a Prime membership like I do, you can get them in bulk. But I use those craft store coupons. And I just go in and do it. So, okay. Here we go. Let's move that over there. No sharp objects around the glue gun, please. All right, take your glue gun and you're just going to do a dollop right down where you're going to put your magnet. Dollop your glue. Now it's all stringy. And then you just put your magnet on. Press it down. The other side gets warm, by the way. So you just press it down, and then what you do is you're just going to set this off to the side and you're going to let it set so the glue hardens and dries nicely. And seriously, how long did that take me? I didn't even look at the timer, but I can tell you it wasn't a whole heck of a lot of time, right? So if, like I said, I usually do these in big batches. So as you see, I have a batch ready to be done. So I can refill it up again. Let me put this off to the side. There we go. So I don't get anything on the hot glue. So you can do a whole big batch at a time, depending on how many magnets you have and how many empty containers you have. Now, if you're not like me and you either A, haven't been saving your containers, or B, you just don't warm obviously as much wax as I do, this is a really cool thing too. You could make almost like an incentive program out of it with your customers, right? Market it however you'd like. If you want to market it in the fact of you are recycling or you're upcycling, which is how I like to call it when I do these crafts, I call it upcycling because it's not throwing something away. I'm upcycling it to use again. Make it an incentive for your customers and be like, hey, for every 6 empty containers you bring me, I will give you, and then name your prize. I don't know, something fun. Or make it, you know, every 12 empty containers you bring me, you get blah. Because that means in order for them to get 12 empty containers, what did they have to do? They had to buy 2 6-packs from you to get those empty containers to give to you, right? Right. It's a win-win. So you're incentivizing. Is that a word? Incentivizing? I'm going to have to Google that later. You are putting it out there to give them an incentive to A, order more bars, because whatever it is that the prize that you're going to offer them doesn't have to be big. Make it be within your budget, people. I'm not telling you to sell the farm. But do it in a way to where it's fun. Make it fun for your customers. And so then that way, what are they doing? They're buying bars from you because they're now waiting for their incentive. They're going to get for being able to turn in empty containers to you. And then you win because you get to give them an empty one right back, right? Or at least the lid to an empty one, and now they get to look at it on their fridge. You could even make this into even a reminder for that. You could put an additional sticker on the front of this, or just do a new sticker and put on there, for, give them a reminder for every 12 bars that you, empty bars or empty clamshells, however you want to phrase it, that you turn back into me, don't forget to claim your prize, or something fun. I don't know. So if you don't have them, your customers will, and you can always ask them back from your customers. So that's a really easy way to talk to your customers, stay in contact with them, because you could just very easily turn around and be like, hey, Sally, I was thinking the other day, and I have a special going right now because I am doing crafts and I'm needing some empty containers. Do you happen to have any? Well, I tell you what, next time you do, let me know, because you get blah, 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 blah. See, make it fun. Make it fun. It is fun, so why not make it fun? Enjoy the funness of it. We're on to number 4. Are you counting at home? We're on number 4, people. Number 4. This is the one that I get asked most about. The gift bags. So if you've seen my picture, you know what we're making. And if I had any left over, I would show one, like the finished product, to you now. I don't, because I happened to use the last one the other day when I was giving out some samples. So we're going to make one because it's craft nice and we can do that. All right, so for this craft, hold on, I'm going to turn off my glue gun, or unplug it, because I can smell melting glue. And because I don't need melting glue any longer, I'm going to turn it off. There we go. Okay, we're safe now. Okay, again, another upcycling project. Again, another project that is on the craft blog, so you'll be able to see it with the link down below after the video here. If you guys are like me and you subscribe to Scent and/or Warmer of the Month, every single month with your subscription as a consultant, you get 50 catalogs, or 50 catalogs. 50 flyers. Obviously, I need more caffeine. 50 flyers to market the Scent and Warmer of the Month, right? Anything like me, some months I don't use all 50 flyers. This month I used a lot. Look, I hardly have any of those left. That was January 2014. That was a really good marketing month, apparently. But others, some I may not use at all, or some I may have used a different means of marketing. October 2014 was the wheat. Can you see that? The wheat warmer. I must have done something else that month because I hardly used any of those flyers. But, you see here, I have this huge stack, right, of flyers. And again, it's like, I can't just throw these things on the trash. No. First of all, I spent money on these business supplies, right? I did. I spent money on my subscription to get Scent and/or Warmer of the Month. And so this, if I threw this in the trash, is literally throwing money away. And I just have guilt for that. So I save these. And one project that you can do with these, you can do multiple, but the most favorited of all happens to be what I like to call the upcycled gift bags. And again, that's how it is on the craft blog, so you'll see that there. What you need for this project is 3 flyers. We're going to make one bag, okay? For one bag, you need 3 flyers. You need a tape roller. This is a tape roller, right? It has double-sided tape on the inside of it, and it's very easy to use because it just rolls the tape off. You could use a glue stick, but the glue stick just doesn't hold as well, I have found. So tape runner all the way in my book. The other thing you're going to need is, well, you don't need it, but I think it's pretty, is a pair of decorative scissors. You can get these at any craft store. If you can see this in the video, it just has a little scalloped edge. That's the only difference in these scissors. I have lots of these from my scrapbooking. Then you need a hole punch of some sort. My preferred hole punch happens to be a star. I have no idea why. And then you need some type of a scoring tool. Now, you don't technically need a scoring tool. If you don't know what a scoring tool is, it's more for card making, sometimes scrapbooking. That mine has an embosser, yeah, is it an embosser? Yeah, an embosser on one side, and then a scoring tool on the other. You can get it in the craft supply section, whatever. Or you could use the back of a card. You could use, I think I have in here too, my craft bag, because this was another craft I was going to do tonight, but I'm going to save it for another night. You could use a flat popsicle stick and use anything that's flat that you'd be able to score with. So if you don't know what I mean by scoring, look on Pinterest, you'll see it there. Decorative scissors, tape runner, 3 flyers, a scoring tool, a hole punch, and ribbon of some sort, right? That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. You very well might have all this stuff at home right now. Okay, so this is gonna be a little harder. Gosh. Ugh. I'm gonna figure out the best way to do this. I don't know how this is gonna work. Hopefully it will work well. Okay. Step 1. Let me do this in steps. Okay. Step 1, I'm going to take 1 flyer, and on the back of the flyer, I'm going to tape run right along both sides, from the top to the bottom, just right along the edge. Okay. Again, I've got this step-by-step out on the blog, so you can probably see it a lot better there. There's one side. There's the second side. You can't see it because it's clear tape. Okay. Then I'm going to take number 2 of the flyers, and I'm just going to line it up. Sorry, I have to put it down so I can line it up. I'm just going to line it up right on the flyer itself. Okay. Oops. Okay, so there's that. The same thing right there. Okay, right there. Who says you cannot craft online? Who says it? I don't believe those people. You can do it. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have 3 flyers in a row. 3 flyers in a row. Now we need a cylinder. Okay, so you can choose which side you want to run your tape runner. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to do mine right along this edge right here. Okay, right along that edge is where the tape runner is going to go. I should have had theme music planned. I'm going to plan my next craft night better. I'm going to have theme music. Okay. Here we go. It's kind of hard to do this when I'm working on one small side of my desk. Okay. So if I can do it like this, you guys can totally do this when you're all spread out at your table at home. Okay. So there's your cylinder. Okay. Look, 3 flyers in a row, all rolled up. Okay. So now I'm going to find the flyer that I started with. Okay. I'm going to pick the one that looks nice. So it looks pretty. Okay, here we go. So here's the flyer. They're all 3, right? And I'm just positioning this so the flyer in the front is in the middle when I fold it together. Okay. So I'm going to just pinch both sides up and down. Wow, have you ever tried to do that in the air? Okay, so this is where the scoring tool comes in, right? See, flat side. Do you see the use out of that scoring tool? That's called crafting, people. Okay, take your scorer and you're just going to put the page on the table, and to score, this is just where you take that flat edge and you're just going to run it right along top of it. And all that's doing is just really flattening out that seam that you just made. Okay, that's all it's doing, is reinforcing the fold that you just made in your paper. This is why I said it's mainly used for card making, if you're making cards, or if you're doing scrapbooking, because that's when you really are working on like getting your folds right. Maybe origami even. I don't know. I don't do origami, but anyway, so I've got really nice, perfect folds here now. Okay. So then now you have kind of guidelines on this, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this up, and I need to do some more folds, because that's basically the majority of this project, is just folds. Once you get the folds down, and I know it seems like a lot of steps, and it's really complicated at first when you first do it, and you're just like, what is she talking about? Anybody can do this. Nobody can do this. It's not possible. Yes, it is. You just have to learn the folds. So you can do it. I have faith in you. So I'm folding right along the guideline of where that first flyer is. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. And I'm just folding right where that is. Right down all the way to the bottom. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So now I have 2 little folds. Let me show you what it looks like. 2 little folds there, right? I need 1 more. So I'm just going to move. Okay. Let me reorient you, right? Here's our front. We fold it in right there. I need to do 1 more fold on this side, right? Because I want 3 folds on each side. So now I am just, I know this is like rocket science, but I am just going to eyeball it to just get the same distance on both sides. If you really want to be on point, you could measure with a handy dandy ruler. I don't get that into it. I don't use the ruler. But I could, but I don't. Oh, same thing on the other side. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my paper. Okay. Again, I'm just eyeballing it, just so I know where I am. I don't know where I am. Okay. All right. So now you should have a rectangle. You have a rectangle right now. How we got there was we did 1 main fold just directly in half, so our front flyer was front and center, and then we just veered off of it and show it up close here. Oh, I did my first fold so well it won't fold the other way now. Okay, so there's my first fold here. That's a better angle. There's my first fold. So then I have the second fold and third fold. So on either side of my first fold, see how I said I was just eyeballing it to make it equal distance from the middle? So that's the skill that it just took right there. So now, like I said, we've got a rectangle. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push in on both sides right where my middle fold is. See how I'm just folding it inside on itself? I'm trying to make sure that you see this. Okay. I'm going to take that. Ugh, it is so hard to do this in the air. Okay. So see, now I have it flat, right? It's flat because all I did was just take and press it down. Think of it like the brown sack that you would get at the grocery store, right? The brown paper sack. If they said, do you want paper or plastic? And you said paper, what would your brown paper sack look like? It would look like this, okay? I'm just putting it on the table so I can flatten the fold better. Okay. Now it looks like I just have one flyer, when really I just now have two V's on either side, right? Because I folded in on my folds, okay? So now we have the main part of our bag. Here's where our decorative scissors come in. I'm going to take my decorative scissors and I'm just going to cut right along the top. And I'm actually going to do it right above where it says the month. So that way they can always look back, or I can look back if I need to know what month this flyer was on special for. Sometimes that might be helpful information because remember, when a scent and warmer of the month come out, they are available for 6 months only. 6 months past the date that they come out. Unless they've sold, like the warmers will sell out. Okay, so if it sells out, then obviously it's gone. But the scent, I don't know if we've ever had one completely sell out. Not that I can recall offhand. So those scents will be available for 6 months after the month that it comes out. So you can look back to know. All right, so see now, this is going to be the top of our bag. That's why I use the decorative scissors, so it looks all pretty up top. Now we need to make the bottom of the bag, because otherwise what happens if you put something in there right now? It just falls straight through to the bottom. So what I use for a guide at the bottom is the beautiful purple Scentsy logo. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold up right above the Scentsy logo. Straight across, okay? So I took the bag, Scentsy logo, fold it up. I'm going to take my score, go along that fold so it's nice and sharp. So I need to remember this edge. Okay. So now I have an edge at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is flip it around and just fold it on the other side. So just flip your paper around. Sorry, you didn't see that. So here's my first fold. I'm just flipping it around. So it's folded up on this side now. Again, I'm going to use my scoring tool because this is an important fold. So I'm just using that to go along the fold so it's nice and sharp. Okay, so I have a nice sharp fold now at the bottom of my bag. Open it up again. Warning, this is where it might get a little complicated, but I'm going to try and do this for you, okay? Okay. I've totally gone over in time. Okay. Take your bag, fold in on the two sides, okay? Because my fold is so good now because I scored it, it's really, really easy for that paper to fold. So all I'm doing is I'm going to pretend that this is like a Christmas present. If you have ever wrapped a Christmas present or birthday present, wedding present, I don't know what you wrap. That is all we are doing here. So we are using our present wrapping technique. So I folded in the bottom and then folded up the edges. So see, now I have 2 flaps. But all I need to do is tape at the bottom, okay? So I'm going to quickly run my tape in there. And I'll show you where I'm doing it. I promise. Tape here, right along there. Tape here, right along there, okay? Fold up. I did that tape there. That way, when I go in through the bottom, it just sticks in on itself, right? Right on that bottom edge. What do I have left? I just gotta pull this down, right? So I'm gonna do tape right along here, and right along these 2 sides, okay? Tape and tape. And plug in the laptop so I don't lose you. Okay. Tape and tape. Then I promise we're done. Well, 2 seconds and we'll be done. I apologize for going over. I knew the bag was going to take the longest part. Okay. So now that I've taped, I'm just putting my hand inside so I can just secure it better. So I know that that bottom's secured with the tape. This is why I said glue stick, not so much for this project, simply because it just doesn't hold as well as, see how that tape runner, it held really, really well. So everything's just taped down perfectly. So there we have a bag, okay? There's the front of our bag, right? Remember how I said we needed a hole punch? We need a hole punch. Why? Why? Why do we need a hole punch, Jacqui? Well, silly, you want to be able to put your ribbon on. So I take my hole punch and put it down because I just need to make 2. I was going to do that and it was totally going to just pop in my face. Just make 2 holes in the top of your bag. So now you have 2 holes. See, mine are stars because I use my star hole punch. Now I'm just going to take ribbon. You can take any ribbon you want. Does not matter. I probably could have used the pink one. That would have matched my bag better. But due to time, I'm not going to dig it out. I should have had it ready. Okay. Take your ribbon. Push it through the 2 holes. Other side. See how I did that? There we go. Okay. And now you can put whatever you would like into this bag. These are really, really good for, gosh, it's really hard to tie a bow backwards. These are really, really good if you are doing a host gift or a host thank you, like an easy way to put scent circles or scent packs, travel tins, those little lighter, smaller objects. I have done a 3-pack of bars in these bags. I haven't done anything heavier than a 3-pack of bars. I have done a container of washer whips. I've put that in one of these. So if you're doing a 3-pack of bars or something else, hand creams, all of that kind of stuff would fit in here very nicely. If you were doing a possibility packet, this would be a really fun way to do that. Do you know how I could dress it up even more if I was doing a possibility packet? Because I could take my Join Scentsy for $99 sticker and put it right there on the front. And now I have a really fun way to be able to give somebody a possibility packet. And in here could be my Why Choose Scentsy fragrance brochure, a scent sample, by a business card, all the good stuff that I would put in that envelope. But now it's all dressed up in this very cute and personalized bag. I did it. I made it through all 4. I totally went over on time and I apologize. I knew tonight was going to run over. There was craft night. Yay! I don't know if you guys are excited or happy. I hope that this helped. So we just went through 4 crafts, right? We did table stands, we did some sample boxes, we did marketing magnets, and we made gift bags or possibility packet bags, however you want to look at it. I don't know. I'm just saying, throwing the ideas out there to you people, throwing them out. I want to see your guys' projects. So if you are making any of the ones that we've done here tonight or variation thereof, maybe you guys are seeing some of this and you're like, oh my gosh, I have an even better idea. This is how we could do it. And you could do it that way and share it with all of us by using the hashtag Google Craft Night. And again, use that on social media. Make some of these. I challenge you to at least make one. Come on, you guys. You guys can totally make the table stands. Okay? You can do this project. You can do it. Have fun with your Scentsy business. Enjoy it. That's what it's all about in the end. I'm Jacqui. This was craft night. We will do more craft nights as we go throughout the year because remember, I'm coming to you every single week, people. Every single week. So we will be able to do another craft time. If you have ideas, if you have crafts that you would like to share, again, feel free to share away. Tag on to the comments down below with your pictures, your ideas. I'd love, 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 love to see them. That's what we're here for, helping each other along the way, working our businesses and having fun. So I'm Jacqui. Peace, love, happiness. Until next week, I will talk to you all then. Have an amazing week.